Till the count of 5.
What's up, guys? Justin here, back with another episode of the podcast. Till the count of 5, co-host, as always.
It's Pablo. I'm here.
Wow, you were super energetic last week, and that was just...
I know. I was going to dial it back a little
That
bit.
was not at all it.
You don't want to shoot the water out here at the beginning, man.
No, you gotta keep going.
All right, so I'm back.
Big news this week.
Actually,
20 minutes before
30
we started.
minutes ago.
The UFC has found out, apparently the New York State Commission, whatever.
Athletic Commission.
Yeah. They got
lifted
rid of
their
the
ban. They lifted the ban that's been there since 1997
so
of having mixed martial arts.
Yeah, MMA is legal in New York now.
So hold on, Big Apple, because it's definitely coming. Dana just dropped a load.
Yeah.
As soon as he heard the news.
How far have they confirmed locations? Is there a confirmed spot for 200 yet?
I think so. I was
about to say, how crazy would it be if it was at the Garden?
I think 200 is going to be in Vegas, though.
Yeah,
you kind of got to do the anniversary.
You probably
kind of like an anniversary show. You got to go back to where it started.
100% after 200, stuff's coming to big. It's coming to the Big Apple.
Almost, you could say, packed. If 201's not already, they've chosen a place, I'd say 201 is invading New York.
Yeah.
When it'll be huge. 200 and...
That'll be massive.
200 is going to be massive, because we'll talk about some people who may be going to fight at 200. It's being rumored here in a minute, but 200 is going to be loaded. But the first fights that they have in New York City, because it's going to be in Madison Square Garden, the arena of all arenas, just about. He's going to load it completely. So big news with that. Then we had this past weekend the heavyweight fight that. While I was happy, I don't know that I saw that coming. Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt killed Frank Mir.
Frank Mir died. Not really, but
this man punched him and walked off. He didn't even try to hit him on the ground. He didn't pounce him. He hit him and turned around.
I didn't know what you told me about Mir being pissed.
Apparently, he was. Apparently, after the fight, he was in an interview or something, and he said that it was he was mad they stopped the fight that quick, but all of his guys, all of his crew, they thanked the ref for it. I don't remember who called the fight, but they came out and said thank you for stopping that. That was the right thing to do. I mean, he was dead before he hit the mat.
Oh no, I mean that's one of those if you get hit on the ground like that, you're really risking serious injury.
Yeah.
And you can't blame them. I mean, especially with one if it's close, sometimes I'm you need to let them go a little longer.
I mean, but
when the dude's out and out,
especially from someone like Mark Hunt who's got heavy hands.
If you let Mark Hunt come down on somebody's face on the ground who's knocked out, legitimately could give you the worst case scenario when it comes to mixed martial arts, which is somebody dying in the ring. So, Mir, I think, is kind of past it now, his prime, and he was kind of already.
I mean, he's been going downhill.
Yeah,
and he didn't look good at all during that fight.
No, he didn't. And I mean, he falls into that thing with Randy Couture, and some of those guys, or even, going back to a couple weeks ago when we discussed a certain Bellator event, which we will discuss momentarily.
Yeah, we have more news on that.
The older guys who really didn't need to be in the ring. Which brings us to some more news coming out of the Bellator camp. They're hoping for an apocalypse now because nothing coming out is getting any better when it comes to...
So if you didn't hear about what's becoming the minor leagues or the place for MMA fighters to go and retire...
Or go to die or go to whatever. I mean, poor Benson Henderson's not fought yet, and I think he's already ready to quit.
Ken Shamrock and Kimbo Slice both tested positive for steroids after their match, but
that's not even the worst part. Kimbo Slice being on steroids. Okay, let's just be honest here, guys.
Yeah.
First off, who didn't think he probably was, and second off, did it really help him?
That's what I was gonna say. It didn't help anyone.
No, I mean, if anybody, Dada 5000 needed to take a few steroids because maybe he could have stayed up for another 30 seconds. Because he basically lost because he couldn't breathe. The funniest part of this, and it's sad too, though. Yeah, it's really sad because the Shamrock Gracie thing. It's terrible enough because it was controversial with the kick or knee to the balls that did end the fight. that
Ken Shamrock not only tested positive for steroids, but tested positive for methadone, which I'm assuming here everyone knows what methadone is. But if you
first
don't,
off, let me break this down for simpletons here. That's meth.
like, okay, methadone is what they give to people that took like heroin or took meth, like hard drugs. That's what they give them to get them off of the hard drugs. It's still basically the same thing. It's just in a more like medically safe way.
It's what makes all these idiots doing it that walk around and we see them at your local Walmart. This is what make them look like they're zombies almost.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole teeth, the face. I mean, that's what the former UFC champion, UFC Hall of Famer, WWF Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a legendary guy, synonymous with anything mixed martial arts, just got caught using meth and lost to a 50-some-year-old Gracie.
Yeah.
So there's that. Bellator basically, they may be on life support.
Like
they signed some guys and like I'm sitting here going, okay, maybe they're gonna get a little better, and
it's like you just get your hopes up and they just keep dying.
Like how can you one event get worse?
Yeah.
This much long after it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I don't know, man.
They usually say like, like there's no such thing as bad press. Like all press is good press, but this is not at all the case.
Nothing that happened at that event for Bellator is good press.
No, not at all.
So going back to the UFC thing, you want to talk about our boy being a little like he's in the middle of controversy on both different weight classes, really.
Yeah. So apparently, I believe it was Aldo was saying he wants Conor to vacate the belt because there's talks of rematches already.
And this is what I was mentioning earlier, alluding to a little bit. There are talks right now ongoing that at UFC 200, which is kind of like the big anniversary type deal show that they're going to do, we may have a rematch from the last fight, which would be Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz, which was like the biggest fight, like payday wise, in forever.
Yeah, it was huge.
So we may be getting that fight again, which led to Aldo and I think probably Frankie Edgar's probably on board with it too.
I think he was in on it too. Yeah,
they're all pissy because they're like, he's not defending that belt at this weight class, and this is bullshit, and we can't get a shot and all this. Part of me with Aldo thinks Aldo just wants to get the title back without having to face McGregor again. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm a McGregor homer, I guess, kind of. But, I mean, to me, if I'm Aldo and I got beat and knocked out in 13 seconds, I don't want him to give up the title and then come back and, I'm the champ now.
Yeah.
But, no, you're the champ because the guy who beat you didn't want to wait to face you again. He's going to face the guy that beat him. Yeah. I mean, he's earned that right.
I mean, Aldo needs a chance.
Aldo needs to fight. Okay, here you go. Aldo and Edgar want to bitch so much. Fight each other. Whoever wins gets the next shot. Let Conor fight Nate Diaz again if that's what they're going to do. I mean, Nate Diaz says he's finally fighting Conor. Said he'd rather have the title shot against Rafael Dos Anjos, which I don't blame him. And he probably deserves it.
And he deserves it at this point.
But at the same time, he can get another huge payday with him and Conor because everybody's going to be, can Conor do what he couldn't do before, because, you go the first round of that fight, Conor just turned Nate Diaz's face into like hamburger meat. So that's the whole deal with McGregor. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like he's going to fight Nate Diaz at 200, really. Yeah, Dana's going to cash in on the fact that he lost. And
I feel like even if McGregor didn't want to make that fight, Dana would convince him that he needs to do that fight.
Look, it's not. I feel pretty confident. It's not going to take much to convince McGregor other than going, you're going to get a huge payday for this. And McGregor's going to be like, give me the money. Yeah. He's looking for that pot of gold, son. So that's kind of the UFC stuff, and we even threw in the shitty Bellator stuff.
Yeah, Bellator continuing to be bad.
As a wrestling fan, and I don't hate TNA, but for everybody that's a wrestling fan, that's how we're going to relate this. UFC's WWE, and Bellator's quickly becoming TNA, who will be on the Pop channel. Yeah. Which, okay, that's going to lead me to something we haven't talked about, actually. Like, we were going to go to wrestling next a little bit. But I was going to talk real quick, and then we're actually going to I'm going to let you talk about some video game stuff. before we actually get into some more wrestling. But do you know about this? TNA actually had 2 more guys ask for a release and get released.
Who?
Okay, first off, you knew Ken Anderson last week.
Yeah.
Okay, then they finished their tapings this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Young asked for his release and got it. Bobby Roode asked for his release and got it.
Really?
So Bobby Roode and Eric Young have left TNA, and that's why I made that comparison, Bellator TNA, because it is a damn sinking ship. And I'm a TNA, like, I'd support them. Like, I don't want to see anybody lose their job.
No.
And I like a lot of the guys that are there. You know, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards are a great, great tag team. I even like Abyss and Crazy Steve, that whole thing they're doing now.
Hell, I mean, Jeff's still there.
Jeff and Matt are both there. Which, spoiler alert, I know it's coming in a few weeks. Jeff and Matt had a match. Jeff just apparently jumped off of something really high on the mat.
Really?
Matt had to be carted out the other day at the show. I don't know. The match was a no contest, I guess. But I'm not going to talk about TNA that much just because I don't even get to watch it.
No, I don't either.
Like, I can't watch it. I don't have cable, but even if I did have cable, I don't think I had the Pop channel anyway.
Yeah.
Like, that was just stupid. And supposedly it's up for sale, maybe.
So it's all going downhill.
So it's all going downhill. So we'll get back to wrestling in a minute because we got the local stuff coming up, which is some pretty big stuff. I guess you want to talk about the video games. Video game world here.
Okay. Preface this by saying, like, if you're one of those people that something's called an e-sport, you're like, oh, it's not a real sport because they're not hitting each other or running or anything. Okay, ESPN shows like spelling bees. Okay, so piss off with that. Anyway, so big news in the gaming world.
They showed poker.
Yeah. I'm a big competitive player. I play Call of Duty competitively a lot. Really enjoy it. And one of the sister games, Halo, actually had the biggest tournament they've ever had. There's a $2.5 million prize pool.
Holy shit.
Winning team took home $1 million.
Good God.
Yeah.
I knew there was a reason I like to play video games.
Yeah. So the tournament was this weekend. It was single elimination, which a lot of people kind of bitched about. But the favorites ended up winning. There's Counterlogic.
So see, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
The favorite won.
Counterlogic Gaming won. They've got legends on their team, Royal 2, Lethal. Like they're untouchable. And
the dog was interested there, man. Like
But they've built a dynasty in the new form of Halo. Of anyone that's been around Halo a long time and knows the competitive scene knows that there have been teams that were, just as dominant, if not more. But these guys, I mean, they're killing it.
Yeah, you don't want to play these guys.
Yeah, and these dudes literally just cashed in.
Like, they'll play one-handed and kick your ass.
Yeah.
So,
So, start practicing, kids.
Yeah. When your parents tell you there's no future in gaming, you tell them that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But, anyway, we got to plug this real quick. I kind of forgot to up at the first.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. That's my fault. In all honesty, by the time I get this posted tomorrow, it'll probably be over. 12 tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
Justin's not going to get up that early. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Podcast usually goes up at like 5 in the morning.
So it may.
So, like, I mean, if people hear it right when it gets out or in the morning, like, they'll hear. But more than likely, it may be done by then.
What we're saying by that is the whole thing going back to last week I told you about with auctioning off the pair of Ric Flair wrestling trunks that I'm trying to raise some money for the guy that's local wrestler, Brian Wayne. He obviously, if you listened last week, he lost his house in a fire. They're trying to replace everything, and they had the show a couple weeks ago. So now I didn't get to go. So I'm gonna try and auction off the Ric Flair trunks, and right now the bid's up to $50. So if you want to bid on that and it gets up, then definitely something you got to do. So that's the whole thing. Ric Flair trunks, autograph says Ric Flair 16-time champ, and Good cause. If you can get in before 12 tomorrow noon, Wednesday, you know, you can help out a good cause.
Yeah.
The bid's at $50 right now, like I said. Authenticated through JSA, so it's legit. So there you go. That's my plug for that. You know, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, holler at me and Justin something about 12 tomorrow, and you know, you can have yourself some Ric Flair trunks and help out somebody who lost their house and everything. So going from there, we I guess we'll talk a little bit about the local wrestling, because we got a big show Thursday night.
Huge show.
It's going to be the Smoky Mountain Summer Bash, because kids up here on spring break starting this week. So all kids K through 12th grade tomorrow night actually get in for free with a paying adult, I think. But it may be they get in free no matter what.
You think I'll pass as a high schooler?
I done bought your ticket, so you're good. Because no, you won't pass for that at all, I promise. But I was going to tell you a little about the show. Before I can tell you about the show, I do have to tell you about some events that have happened leading up to this. As you know, we talked about Toby Farley on the show.
Yeah, we're huge
Toby
fans.
Farley fans. Well, had some interesting stuff happen. The last show, the show I was talking about that they did the benefit for.
Yeah.
The main event was Jordan Cage versus Vince Brent versus Toby Farley in triple threat. Sometime during the match, which I'm just getting this from some stuff, I do know about the injury. He was injured, hurt his shoulder, and it's a pretty significant shoulder injury, like probably gonna miss action for close to 6 months.
Yeah, which really, really sucks.
Which sucks, because he was really on a big roll. So I do have to say, Toby Farley has had to give up, forfeit the Mountain Empire title. So he will actually not be there defending the title. We will have a new NWA Mountain Empire title holder come Thursday night. Again, this show's Thursday night. So, you know, if you hear this tomorrow night's the show.
Yeah. So, like, don't think,
Right.
I've got time.
You don't. It's not Saturday. All right. But anyway, I was going to tell you about some of the matches at the show. This is interesting. They got a couple of new guys that are debuting. And from what I've heard, I've not really looked them up a whole lot, but I've heard they're pretty good. They look like these guys should be pretty good. But it's a guy named Tracer X versus the Off Killer, Rob Killjoy.
Interesting name.
Definitely, like, I don't know.
Big fan of killing.
And I'll tell you kind of, they're two of the top rising competitors. They're like from North Carolina.
Okay.
And supposedly, you know, they've faced each other multiple times in the past. But this is going to be both of their debuts in NWA Smoky Mountain. Plus, you know, it's going to be their first time to make a good impression on us up here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never seen these guys, and they're going to apparently continue the rivalry up here in front of us. So we'll see, you know.
This should be exciting.
Yeah, we'll see what these guys got to offer. Then, like I said, every title will be on the line tomorrow night.
Is that going to be the opening match?
I don't know. Like, I'm going in the order that he's got them listed in the email that I got.
Yeah.
That was his first match listed. I'm sure there's going to be a few other matches.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of people who, you know, are usually on the show that aren't listed right now.
That's true.
Because I'm pretty sure you're probably going to see, like, Onslaught, probably Wild Bill.
Yeah.
You know, some of those guys who aren't officially on a match on here yet. But then you got the NWA Smoky Mountain TV title is going to be online. Another rematch, and this is the thing about the title matches on this one. This was the fans' vote,
which is really cool.
Yeah,
really happy.
Cool. Like
they did that.
The fans got to choose, so like nobody can really fuss. Like this is what everybody wanted to see. So for anybody that wants to go out and fuss and bitch about it, sit in the front row and shut up.
Yeah.
So there's Jordan Cage versus Axton Ray, which if you know, this is like probably like the third straight show or something like that. The last show, you know, they had the 15-minute time limit.
Yeah.
And Dylan rang the bell. The show before that, the time limit happened.
So this will be interesting. There's always seems to be some kind of controversy.
Yeah.
With this match.
You know, how many times can Jordan keep eluding Axton Ray, the 18-year-old phenom, who's still not graduated high school? I mean, you know, he's like, I think Axton Ray may get him this time.
I think so
Like,
too.
really, I mean, he can't.
I'm rooting for him.
I'm not gonna say I'm rooting for him because our boy Dylan's in the corner of Jordan Cage, so picture perfect. I'm still gonna be for him.
Well, I mean, if Axon could win, and then Dylan also wins somehow, like on his own.
This is true. Like Dylan's still a show a little bit, but Axton gets that. I don't know. We'll see. That'll be a great match. Both those guys are really, really good. Definitely better than most matches anywhere else you'll see for like a television title or something like that. Then we got a tag team grudge match, which is actually between the two tag teams who don't get the title shot. Because we're gonna have the Heat Seekers taking on the Hardliners, which, as you know, they've taken on each other like quite a few times. Good rivalry with each one of them picking up victories over the other one. So this is potential, who's going to get the next title shot, stuff like that between those two. And it's kind of a throwback because both of the tag teams, they're kind of old school.
Yeah, they are.
They're true tag teams, though.
It's not one of those just let's throw a team together. Like
No.
They're about it.
They're the real deal tag teams. Plus, you'll get to see Jeff Conley's entrance. Just saying, it's really good.
Just be ready for it.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Come through there. Anyway, so then we got the NWA United States Tag Team title match that I referenced with that match, where we have the champions, the Giants of Gehenna, the Monsters, Chris Richards, Travis Lee, like 700 pounds plus.
I'd love to have them on my front line.
Oh, my God. Yes. And then two guys you don't necessarily want on your front line. The newly reformed Air America won the fans' vote to get the title shot first night back.
I want them on the special teams.
Yeah. I heard one of them's a hell of a punter.
Yeah, heard that as well.
That's what I'd heard. But so you got Air America, first match back together really in NWA Smoky Mountain. They're gonna get the title shot against the Giants.
I think that'll be interesting. Somehow, some way, that'll be interesting.
It could be very interesting. Now you move on to the Mountain Empire title match, where we're gonna have a new champion because of Toby Farley's injury. And on the side note, look, hopefully Toby Farley, wish him the best.
Yeah.
He'll definitely come back and be better than he was before.
Yeah, come back a hell of a lot stronger.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a star. But this is gonna be interesting because I can't wait to see the crowd with this match.
This is going to be crazy.
This is going to be funny because you have probably two of the biggest fan favorites going to square off against each other.
Yeah.
Where you have the modern day outlaw, Vince Brent. Everybody loves Vince. Taking on the notorious one, Nick Hammonds, who is a huge fan favorite as well.
Yeah.
This could be funny to see what happens with the crowd reactions.
I mean, whose corner I'm probably going to be in here. Pretty obvious for me.
I think we're going with Nick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not throwing shade at Vince. It's just Nick's that guy for me.
I do like Nick. Nick's the guy that, like, he doesn't get as much publicity as he probably should, and he's not necessarily he's not going to win your award for the best wrestler on the card.
Yeah.
But he may be like the hardest working guy on the card, and he's also like the coolest down to earth guy.
He really is.
So yeah, if you see Nick, he's cool as can be. So then, like, look, it's $20 for a front row seat. It's like $15 for the rest of the seats, and kids K through 12 get them free. The main event alone is worth $20.
Exactly.
For the NWA Southeastern Heavyweight title, which no other man has had. One man has held it since they switched it from the NWA Smoky Mountain Heavyweight title. Period. This is one man has held the title since its incarnation, really. I mean, since it started. Jason the Gift Kincaid, the champion for 4 years running, working on his 5th. Going to defend the title in the fans' choice.
So glad this is.
I know, like you fans came through. Like, I don't care what fans want to fuss about how it did this.
Yeah, shout out to the people who voted this man in.
This was smart. And for the people who voted for that one, I will give you your due. We're going to see Jason the Gift Kincaid defend the Southeastern Heavyweight title against the crown jewel himself, Chase Owens, the Bullet Club, Too Sweet Me, all in the main event Thursday night in the Kingsport Civic Auditorium.
It's going to be wild.
Like, Jason legitimately had a little bit of fear in his eye at the last show.
Yeah.
And that's something we haven't seen in a long time. Because I think he knows.
He knows that Chase can be that.
That's
guy.
the rivalry. Those two, and if you've not, if you've seen the shirts online, the rodeo rivalry, because they're actually going to face off again next Thursday in Fort Worth, Texas. The NWA, not Smoky Mountain, not somewhere else. The NWA itself, the whole organization is going to put on their Parade of Champions show in Fort Worth, Texas next Thursday. This is the WrestleMania weekend show for NWA, right?
Yeah.
So the show that everybody that's talking about that Parade of Champions show is talking about is the Chase Owens, Jason Kincaid match. And we're going to get to see that this Thursday.
For $20.
Yeah, for $20 you're going to get to see this match. Even if you didn't see any other matches, this match is worth $20.
Yeah.
And then they're going to fight again next week. That's how good they are. The NWA themselves asked for this match to be having again down there. Mm-hmm. Because the last time they went down to Houston for NWA Invasion, which I think was like 2 or 3 years ago.
It was.
They stole the whole card that night too. They put on the biggest show ever.
And think about how much better they've gotten since then.
Well, I'm going to throw this out at you. The last time that Jason the Gift Kincaid and Chase Owens were in the state of Texas, and wrestled, Chase Owens beat Jason Kincaid, become the new NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Could it happen again?
Could it happen this Thursday in Kingsport, Tennessee?
That's very true.
Now, on the side note about Kingsport, Tennessee, Thursday, our guy, the Make Wrestling Great Again, Sizemore for President 2016. Dylan Sizemore has promised a surprise Thursday night that will change the face of NWA Smoky Mountain as we know it.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. I mean, you throw out something like that, it's got to be something huge.
It has to be.
And it's got to be something that involves some big-time player somewhere. So, throw your darts at whatever board you want to throw them at and take your guesses. But if you want to find out what's going to happen, you got to be there Thursday night to see what's going down. So that's Thursday night. Like I said, get to the show.
Yeah, be there.
Look, that's a stacked card. The show does start at 7. It's a little earlier time, 7 o'clock. So the doors should open around 6:15, I think. Definitely want to get there early because, you can buy your first row seats, but it's still first come, first serve, pretty much. So be there Thursday. That is the Spring Breakout is the name of that one, actually. So there you go. Fans' choice. Chase Owens, Jason Kincaid. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Then, now, going to, real quick, next month's show for NWA Smoky Mountain. We got the Smoky Mountain Cup.
Which is going to be massive.
Which, like we said before, I'm going to go on a limb and say it will be the best pure wrestling event, show, whatever, in the Southeast this year.
I'd say
from
you're
top to bottom.
I'd say
top to bottom, because as of now,
I can agree with that statement.
We have 10 of the 12 participants for the Smoky Mountain Cup.
So we're still waiting on 2.
Still waiting on 2. 2 will be announced next week, from what I understand. Now we'll complete our Smoky Mountain Cup squad.
Yep.
And the way they did it this year, we got 6 guys from Smoky Mountain, 6 guys from outside of Smoky Mountain. And the way it works, you'll have 6 first-round matchups. The 6 winners will advance to an elimination-style match in the main event of the Smoky Mountain Cup. And the winner of the Smoky Mountain Cup will receive a future shot at the NWA World Heavyweight title currently held by Godzilla Jack Stain.
Yeah.
So, and listen to some of these names. It's crazy. Crazy. Just in Smoky Mountain alone. Sean Schultz. Everybody knows Sean Schultz. Dude's great. Great. I mean,
phenomenal.
Yeah, like most times you put him in a tournament, best guy in there. You can't even say that on this one because these guys are all great. Ali Shabazz, the human action figure, is going to be there. Look, you don't get the name the human action figure for nothing. He looks like a human action figure.
He really does.
And he's great in the ring. He's coming back off injury too, so he's got something to prove.
Yep.
Great matchup. Then you throw in the 2 guys we just talked about. Jason the Gift Kincaid, the champion for 4-year run, and ECWA Super 8 champion from last year. Going to go try and win that tournament again this year.
Yep.
Ring of Honor Top Prospect Tournament participant lost to the guy who won the whole thing.
Yep.
And actually, they're going to face off in the first round of this, and I'll tell you about him in a minute. But that puts Jason Kincaid, the Southeastern champion, in it. And the man who could be Southeastern champion when we get to this.
And Chase Owens.
Chase Owens is going to be in it. So there's the 4 guys from Smoky Mountain right now.
Like you could have those 4 guys.
Those 4 guys are... that you can make 2 main events out of that right there.
Exactly.
Period. And be done with it. But that's not it. And there's 2 more Smoky Mountain guys still to be named. And you got to realize who else is on that roster.
Yeah.
There's still Jordan Cage, Vince Brent, Axton Ray, Skylar Cruz, Nick Hammonds. There's some guys who can legitimately go and can win the whole thing. But now let's talk about the guys that are coming in that aren't even part of Smoky Mountain's roster. You got Timmy Lou Retton, the guy we talked about. He's a pretty big boy. Guess what?
Yeah.
This man can do a split getting into the ring. He'll do corkscrew punches, and I'm talking this guy's 250 plus. I mean, he's impressive. You'll look at him and be like, I don't know about this guy. The guy can go.
Yeah.
Kyle Matthews is another guy. Traveled the world internationally. Former Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Another guy who he could win the whole thing. Has beaten some of the guys in this tournament.
Literally everyone in this tournament.
There's not a single person you can say, oh, he's probably not going to win.
Yeah. Like they all have a shot.
Yeah. Added today, Ethan Case. Another guy on the indie scene who has been rising very, very fast.
He's been killing it.
Yeah. And him and Chase Owens have had some legendary fights.
Yeah.
So there's another one. Ethan Case is coming in. Somebody we've not seen in Smoky Mountain before. Now, throw in Ring of Honor and TNA former star Jimmy Rave. I mean,
that's insane.
Jimmy Rave. I don't even have to say anything else. Jimmy Rave can flat out go. If you know anything about Ring of Honor, TNA, and all that stuff, even back to WCW, Jimmy Rave is great.
Yeah.
All right? So then you throw in Anthony Henry and the legend between Anthony Henry and Jason Kincaid up in West Virginia. Oh, my Lord. Like, they won Match of the Year in the state of West Virginia this past year. I'm talking, he can win the whole thing. He's great, and he's put together, like, him and Sean Schultz look like they're going to be in a bodybuilding contest. Then we get to the guy that I haven't even mentioned yet, who Jason Kincaid's going to face in the first round in a matchup, a rematch from the Ring of Honor Top Prospect Tournament, and the winner who's going to fight Jay Lethal next month.
Think about this, guys.
This guy could be
seriously.
coming in to face Jason Kincaid as the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, that's insane.
This is Leo Rush. And if you don't know who Leo Rush is, go look up Jason Kincaid, Leo Rush. And I'm telling you right now, this will be the 3rd time they fought.
Yep.
Jason beat him in West Virginia. Leo Rush beat him in the first round of the Top Prospect Tournament and went on to win the whole thing.
Yep.
So now he gets a shot at Jay Lethal. Well, on April the 16th at the Kingsport Civic Auditorium, Leo Rush and Jason Kincaid is the only confirmed first round match right now. That match right there, $20 gets you a front row seat. $20 is worth that match alone. And we're not even including these indie stars, not just Smoky Mountain stars.
And not just indie guys. These guys
stars.
are established stars.
Stars. These guys are multi-champions in big organizations, little organizations around the world.
Yeah.
Not just in America. I mean, it's legitimately going to be... Like, it doesn't probably have some of the biggest names like they've had sometimes, but I think from top to bottom, it's the most talented group they've ever had.
I agree completely.
So that show is going to be huge. Tickets are on sale now. So you can go to NWA Smoky Mountain site, Facebook, or Brown Paper Tickets and look up NWA Smoky Mountain. Of course, the May the 7th show, which I'm not going to mention a whole lot, but X-Pac, Michael Elgin.
Going to be huge.
Yeah, huge show.
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling South, May the 14th. Road Warrior Animal, Matt Hardy. Big wrestling shows coming up. The Big Time Wrestling Show is this Saturday. If you want to go to it, I mean, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be one of those you get to see the legends from a long time ago. A little pricey, but if you want to go see some legends and you can afford to, it's definitely worthwhile to go see Kevin Nash, Buff Bagwell, Gangrel, Rock and Roll Express, Tars Payne. Hell, it's worth your money to go meet Jim Cornette. We will advocate that one. So that's the whole Smoky Mountain Cup thing. Some of the other future ones, but definitely Thursday night show up for the spring breakout. Like I said, kids K through 12 get in free, and you're gonna get to see Chase Owens versus Jason Kincaid for the title. enough said.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna do something that's gonna combine two things. We're gonna combine the Metal Minute with wrestling a little bit, and I'm gonna turn this over to my boy because I kind of took the wrestling thing over a little bit. You're up.
Okay, so Metal Minute. We didn't do one of these. I don't think we've done one in 2 weeks, maybe.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So I'm bringing you some news in a sense. I mean, like last time I talked festivals, I talked some concerts, talked some bands doing some things. This week, this Friday actually, Amon Amarth is dropping their new album. That's going to happen. Yeah.
Awesome.
And they've been unveiling songs for the past couple weeks. They actually put a new one out today. I believe it's called On a Sea of Blood, something like that. It's the best song they've put out so far. But Yams Viking coming out this Friday, March 25th. Make sure you pick it up. You will not be disappointed. Everything they put out's amazing. Another band I talked about, Allegion. They have finished recording and mastering the album. We're just waiting on a release date for that, so that should be huge. And to kind of what Pablo was talking about, combining the Metal Minute and wrestling in a sense, the
huge news.
Yeah.
Huge, and especially if you know the history.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of it. So, WrestleMania 32 official song is Sympathy for the Devil, played by Motorhead. And, you know, the significance of that, Triple H and Lemmy were always really close. That was a guy that...
He did Triple H's theme song. If you
has done all of them.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're a follower of rock or music in general, you know Lemmy Kilmister passed away recently. So I think this is a really good thing that they're doing.
Yeah, it was really sad because it happened really, really fast.
Yeah.
Like, he found out, like,
yeah,
2 or 3 days, and then he was gone in 2 or 3 days. I mean,
the man lived his whole life.
Yeah.
Really the definition of a rock star.
And to show, you know, kind of how important Lemmy and Motorhead was to Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H was a pallbearer.
Yeah.
At Lemmy's funeral. So, you know, and one of my favorite entrances Triple H ever did was when Motorhead played him out live.
Yep.
And, like, it was crazy. Like, I was ready to fight that night.
But yeah, that's going to be the official song. That's a huge thing for the WWE and for Motorhead as well, I think. But
no, it's huge.
As far as, you know, other stuff in the metal scene, there's not been a whole lot of huge news. But my side of things, I've talked about this band some, Ghost.
Oh my god!
I got my tickets to go see them.
Okay.
I've converted Pablo officially.
I'm sold. Like, I love Ghost. My fan's not my wife's not necessarily a fan.
Yeah.
But she's getting there. Actually, we're getting closer.
Yeah, I booked my tickets to see Ghost. They're coming to Knoxville. I believe it's May 3rd or something. But they're coming to the Tennessee Theater. Got my tickets to that next month. I'm going to see Amon Amarth for the new tour.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Really good time for metal music right now, guys.
Yeah. So I guess
are we moving back into these like questions and answers? Or are we doing or are we gonna do some March Madness?
We're gonna do a little March Madness, I suppose.
Okay, first of all, I just want this to be clear. Don't roast me for my bracket, guys. None of you either. I don't care who you are out there. Nobody picked Middle Tennessee State, so suck me.
Okay, that one's true.
Yeah.
Nobody picked. Like, but like, here you go. I mean, my man's struggling a little over here. He struggled a little.
I'm sitting on like 20% correct for the
okay,
tournament.
but to protect the integrity of this show, I am kicking ass.
This is true. Pablo's trying to make sure you guys don't win anything.
Like, I'm trying to make sure y'all don't get some of my shit for free. All right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just straight up how it works. I don't want to have to give y'all anything unless I have to. Like, if you beat me, okay, I'll give you something. But you're gonna have to beat me.
Yeah.
And right now I'm in first and second. Just throwing it out there.
I'm in
like 10th and 8th.
No,
10th and,
I'm in like 10th and 12th. No, it's like 10th and 11th. I think Ram's
like the one in between.
Yeah. So Ram, you also suck.
Yeah, it's not good. But I am first and second. Okay, the dogs. What? Why are you barking? Okay, see, this is why you don't have animals at a podcast.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. But anyway, back to the NCAA thing. Talking real quick. No, nobody had Middle Tennessee State beat Michigan State. Maybe the biggest upset in tournament history.
I think it's definitely up there.
It's definitely in the top 2 or 3 because holy crap, nobody had it. Like, there was one perfect bracket still left before that game, and that game ended it. Not to mention some of the other matchups, man. Like, who the heck had Syracuse and Middle Tennessee State playing in the second round? I mean, and now Syracuse is in the Sweet 16.
Which is insane.
Because they're terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they're really not good. And then, I mean, I'm not throwing this out there to start anything with you, but Kentucky kind of got handed to them by Indiana.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, I had them going further. Don't get me wrong.
We're going to have a whole new team of freshmen there next year. It's fine.
Yeah, he's getting rid of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, even if they don't want to leave and go to the NBA,
he's kicking them out.
No, get out of here. You lost to Indiana.
You've shamed yourself.
You have totally screwed us.
There was talk that they want to make that game happen more than just at the tournament.
Really?
Because it's weird. It's kind of a rivalry in a sense, but I think Calipari was open to the idea of playing them during the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that,
and I think that would be really cool. Just from a fan's perspective, that'd be awesome.
So, I mean, for the most part, there was some upsets, but at the same time, now it's kind of evened itself back out.
Yeah, the Texas A&M game was wild.
Like, how do you blow that lead? Poor Northern Iowa. First off, Northern Iowa winning in the first round was crazy.
Agreed.
Like, the half-court shot to end the game was awesome. Then, to turn around and have an 11-point lead with like a minute 10 left to play.
And lose.
And you blew an 11-point lead in a minute and 10 seconds.
In college basketball.
Do you know how terrible you have to play to do that? I mean, it's ridiculous. What else? Anything else you want to add about the tournament? Like, it's just.
We'll see what happens from now on. I know this was one of our questions, but this makes sense to go ahead and answer it instead of wait until the whole Q&A.
The whole thing with Trevor Ramsey sent it in.
Was it Ram or was it Drew?
It was Ram.
Oh, okay.
It was Ram.
He asked which number one seed was going to get upset first, and I think Pablo and I, as soon as we saw the question,
we're pretty in agreement.
We think Oregon's probably going to lose first. They seem to be the weakest.
Here's my thing. Here's my logic in this. One, Virginia is lucking out in their side of the bracket. I mean, they've got Iowa State next.
I think so.
But then after that, they're going to play the winner of Syracuse and Gonzaga.
Yeah.
So
and the only thing that's saved Gonzaga so far is their big man. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I can't either.
He's four and he has a four name. I don't remember.
Sabonis.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Sabonis. And then my other thing is North Carolina. I mean, they've got Indiana, which could be a good game, but then I just feel like Oregon's not as good as the other number ones. Like, Kansas is better than Oregon. North Carolina's better than Oregon.
Agreed.
Virginia's better than Oregon.
Agreed.
And Oregon's stuck in the bracket where Oregon's got to play Duke next.
Yeah.
Which is actually going to lead us to another question. Kind of. But, that whole other bracket, it's not that bad either.
No.
But
I think if you have to pick a number one that falls first, I think it's Oregon. I really do.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't that, Villanova's in it? Is Villanova in that one too?
I think are they a 1?
They're a 2.
Yeah, they're a 2.
Or is it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma might be there as well.
Oklahoma, I think, may be in that bracket. Anyway, Oregon's the number one. I think is going down first.
Yeah, 100%.
Then we have a question from Drew.
Yeah.
About the NCAA tournament.
Drew is Drew and Ram ask us questions both weeks so far
that are great.
Yeah, and they've been solid every single time.
Like, word for word, here's going to be the question regarding the NCAA tournament. Can Duke use its white privilege to boost itself to the championship?
I think Duke at least wins the next round.
You think Duke beats Oregon?
Yeah, I do.
I
think Grayson Allen will stab someone, and then they'll win.
He'll definitely kick somebody in the shin.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be because of their white privilege, as they do have Brandon Ingram, who
this
has
is true.
More tattoos than probably any other Duke players combined ever.
There's probably an argument somewhere there, but
I don't know. Maybe Carlos Boozer.
Maybe.
Anyway, you get the point. No, I think Duke. I don't think Duke's going to win it.
I don't think Duke's.
I don't think they have enough to win it, but they can. I
think they can still make a run.
I think they can probably get to the Final Four. Maybe. I mean, they got Oregon, and then they're going to play, like, the winner of Oklahoma and... I don't even know who it is now. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
I think it's Texas A&M. So, none of those teams... I mean, Duke can beat some of those teams.
I think so as well.
So, I'm not going to...
I mean, obviously, they're
not going to win it.
This isn't the strongest Duke team we've ever seen, so...
God, no.
Yeah.
No, they're not even as strong as they were last year when they had Okafor and Winslow and them. Do I think they'll carry them to the championship? No.
I don't either.
Well, white privilege or not white privilege, I don't see Duke winning a national championship. And God, I hope I'm right, because I cannot put up with that shit again.
Yeah, I can't either.
My
My boys are gone. I can't have Duke winning.
No, it cannot be Duke. Preferably it's North Carolina, just so I make sure I win the bracket.
Yeah.
That's what we're shooting for now. You want to just move on to some of the other questions?
Yeah. Let's just throw right into it.
Okay, so we get the Ram question, which is about the number 1 seed. Now, to Drew's first question. I'm going to throw it to you for this one, because we did the Duke one. If young Metro doesn't trust Superman, what happens?
Then Future shoots him with a kryptonite bullet and kills him.
All right.
Next.
That was straight to the point there,
yeah.
huh?
I've been thinking about it.
Right. I like it. Okay. I'm going to give you this one, too.
Okay.
This also came from Mr. @Drew McCrary. Check him out on Twitter. He's a loyal follower. Justin, and it's actually kind of addressed to you.
Okay.
Did Pocahontas have or contract syphilis?
I mean, that would be a perfectly legitimate thing, given the time she lived. I mean, I don't
even know how the hell we answer that question.
I think hygiene was not a very, very popular thing.
You're
going to
say the natives weren't very cleanly?
Well, I'm not talking about the natives.
Well, this is true.
I'm talking about the Europeans coming over.
Well, that's true.
Bringing all their disease and filth.
That's true. It's just a weird-ass question.
It is a weird question.
Damn it, Drew. Come on.
I think you wanted to see how we'd react.
I mean...
There you go.
Probably so, I guess. I mean, I don't... There's probably some nasty stuff going on back then. So.
Hell, there might have been worse things back then.
Oh, yeah. So, here you go. We don't have this wrote down. We're going to talk about it, though.
Okay.
The Syrian video of these two freaking idiots. I about dropped one. I about did. I'm keeping the streak intact. These two assholes. And, like, unless you're, like, can handle a lot of shit, don't go look this up.
And we're not promoting this. This was a super shitty thing.
It's so terrible. Like, but at the same time, like, we watched it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, I watched it for the second time to show my wife.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible. It's heinous. It's so retarded. But this explains a lot about some other countries. Not all of them. I'm not saying anything bad about immigrants.
Yeah.
But if somebody did this in our country, like...
They're in jail 100%.
Already.
Yeah.
Or dead. Like, seriously. They're in Syria. I'm guessing it's in Syria because that's what it says.
Yeah, it's like Syrian news or something
Syrian
like that.
news has it. These two kids, these two little juveniles,
yeah,
like, they kick a donkey off
a cliff. Like they legit corner this thing to a cliff.
Keep trying to kick it because they can't get it to go. And finally they kick it and it kind of loses its balance. And then you watch it fall to its death off a cliff.
Yeah.
Now, first off, whoever the dumbass is that recorded this is just as bad as the kid who's kicking it.
And he uploaded it.
So it makes it even worse, really, I think.
Like he wants everyone to see it.
But the fact that these two kids are going to basically get internet famous off of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, part of it, we're sitting here talking about it, but I mean, they did what they wanted to do. They're getting talked about.
But it's still a super shitty thing.
It's so shitty to do something like that.
Yeah.
But, I was going to bring that up. Like, guys, don't do stupid shit just to get, like, your video on Facebook and on YouTube and crap like that.
Do a podcast.
Like, I don't even care if 5 of you listen to our podcast. We're still going to do it.
Yeah.
But, usually there's more than 5. There's usually at least 6. Now, there's usually a few. But, the whole point is, like, there's some sick shit on the internet.
There is.
I'm just saying. That was kind of the big thing today everybody was talking about. But I think I got to bring up the fact I talked to Hunter Roberts this week. He's trying to work out a date so we can have him on the show.
Which will be hilarious.
Yeah, 100
Do not miss that show.
Yeah, that show will be awesome. Do you want to play a round?
I mean, I guess we can.
I mean, we don't have it wrote down, but
yeah,
we could play a round.
Okay.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to introduce the game? Since I'm keeping my streak alive.
Pablo doesn't want to cuss. He wants you guys to think he's some kind of saint.
No, I'm no saint, but I like the fact that I'm not the one who's dropped one yet.
So, play another game of Kill, Marry, Fuck.
Hey, it's the Kill, Marry game.
Or to make a little...
We need a little jingle for that to come next week. All right. So,
I'll see what I can do there.
All right. I made you go first last time.
Yeah, you made me go first last time.
So,
see what you got, pal.
Okay, this time, yours are... Here you go. We're going to do wrestling this week.
Okay.
Wrestling this week. You got 3 choices to kill, marry, or have sexual relations with.
Okay.
Your choices are Braun Strowman.
Yeah. That's already just rough.
I know, right? I'm throwing you out there. Bastion Booger.
Okay.
God, that's a bad one.
Hairy ass back.
George the Animal Steel.
Yeah.
I like the girthy fellas.
Booger's dead.
Bastion Booger's dead.
Booger's
Kill
dead.
Bastion Booger.
God. Well, marry Steel.
You're gonna marry George the Animal Steel?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We actually, do you remember the show, at the Toy and Hobby show? We met those people who worked with
that is true.
George the Animal Steel's son.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that when I threw him out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, it was a side story. These people did come to the show and they were looking at stuff. I actually worked with George the Animal Steel's son, and like he didn't even tell them. Like it was just they found out randomly.
Yeah, just like a random thing. Like
I feel like if my dad was a
announced.
Hall of Fame WWE guy or something, that I would be like, hey, just so you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're going to marry George the Animal Steel. You're killing Bastion Booger.
Yeah.
So I guess that leaves
That's
Braun Strowman, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Good thing for the big fella. I'm not even answering. I don't even know on that one.
Like I feel like they're all terrible choices.
They are. Like I tried
Like
to make it
everything
that way.
about it's bad.
Like you don't have to do wrestling if you don't want to. You can give me 3.
No, I'm just trying to think like some really messed up ones.
I mean, like on that one.
All right. First one. Terry Funk, currently.
Currently. It's like if I did have the sex thing with him, it would be like a corpse. I mean, basically.
So Terry Funk, currently.
Terry Funk,
Currently.
That sucks.
Michael Hayes.
Oh, currently?
Yeah, currently.
Damn.
And Dusty Rhodes, currently.
Oh, that's fucked up. He's dead, man. You can't throw a dead guy. That's wrong. You can't disrespect the American dream like that. Not in the current state.
Okay, I'll
At least give me Polka Dot Dusty.
No, I'll give you a different one then.
That's just wrong, man.
I want to see if you'd catch the dead guy reference.
I'm not even... Okay, just because I forgot that Rowdy Piper was a Canadian, you're going to slip that Dusty Rhodes is dead on my knee? That's some bullshit.
Well, okay, I'll throw one in. Andre when he's alive.
Andre the Giant when he's alive?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And, like, I'm adding a stipulation to this. You have to kill them, like, yourself. Like, they don't just, like, die. Like, you actually have
I have to kill them myself.
You have to fight them to kill them, yeah.
I have to fight them?
Well,
I can't just shoot one?
No.
The hell is that?
No, that is the new stipulation that I'm
The
adding.
new stipulation is you can't, like, you have to fight them to the death?
Yeah.
Well, then, fuck, I'm fighting Michael Hayes then, even though I like the guy.
You're not fighting Terry Funk?
Hell no!
He's old as shit.
I don't
What
give
you
a shit.
mean?
Like, did you see what that man went through? Like, legitimately bare knuckle fighting with Terry Funk. I got a better chance of running into a damn cement truck or some shit.
Yeah, you might be right.
No, Terry Funk, you can't kill him.
See, because I thought you would just kill Andre right off the bat, but I was like, if I add this stipulation, he can't. Like, there's no way he's gonna fight Andre.
I wouldn't have killed Andre anyway.
Okay.
But if we're gonna have to do bare knuckle fighting here,
Well, I mean, like you could probably use you just can't shoot him.
Okay, can I stab him?
Yeah, if you want to stab someone, yeah. I'm just saying you have to kill him.
Okay,
You can't use a gun.
You know, if I can stab him, then I'm going to stab Terry Funk. Terry Funk's dead.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's understandable.
I'm going to marry Andre.
That makes a lot of sense.
Andre's a nice as hell guy.
Yeah, he is.
Plus, the man can drink 100 beers in one sitting.
You know how much money you would spend on food trying to feed him?
No. I don't have to spend any money. He's going to take care of me.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he's my bitch.
Okay.
All right. Man, he's okay. This is when he was alive, so I don't feel so bad about having sex with Andre.
Yeah.
Michael P.S. Hayes, I guess, I'm having sex with P.S.
That's just terrible.
It's okay. Who of those three do you want to have sex with? Andre the Giant's a 7 foot, 450, 500 pound guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And
no,
Terry
there was
Funk,
no stipulation that you were the bottom in that situation.
I didn't say I was the top. Holy shit! I might have to have a step ladder. My little 5'9", 400 pound chubby ass can't. What the hell am I gonna do with that? I mean, really, I'm gonna look like Miley Cyrus on a wrecking ball. That's what the hell that looks like.
This show is just turning really gay really fast.
Well, I mean, we did. Okay, let's do one more round to kill Mary.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. We'll go women this time. That way we take the gayness meter back to the straight side a little. Okay. You want to stick with wrestling, or you want to change it up?
No, you do whatever you want.
All right. Let's go. Here, I want to hear this, actually.
Okay.
Lita.
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
That's easy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, you got Lita.
Okay.
AJ Lee.
Okay.
And do you remember Ashley Mazzara?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your three. Those are three good ones. Like, you can't go wrong with any of this. You got to kill one though.
Killing Ashley.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill Ashley.
Okay.
Like the darker hair here.
Okay.
Damn, that's hard. Probably gonna marry Lita. I'm a fan, always was.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, so probably gonna fuck AJ. That just makes sense to me. Like, that's easy.
That's a good one.
Like, that ain't even hard.
Like, none of those are bad.
Yeah.
The sad part is you had to kill one.
Yeah, really.
Like, that's actually the worst part of that one.
Yeah, and I would have to actually kill her too. Like she don't just disappear. Like, I have to stab her or something.
I feel like if I'm gonna stab her,
I'm probably gonna suffocate her in her sleep. Probably.
No. I feel like if I'm gonna stab her or something, I'm waiting until she's like in the shower or something.
Like some American Psycho stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm gonna have to kill her, I'm gonna at least get to see something.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right.
Mine. Okay. Candice Michelle.
See, I don't. Okay.
Trish Stratus.
Ooh.
That's a good one, huh?
That is a pretty good one.
And Mickey.
Okay. Like, I want to establish something. You know what you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because for all you wrestling fans who don't tend to look into stuff that you shouldn't, I like to establish the fact you give me all three wrestlers, three divas who have done porn.
Yep.
I would just like to throw it out there. So, damn. Okay, I got this. I'm going to kill Candace.
What?
I'm going to kill Candace.
Bruh.
It's like this, man. Okay, I'm going to kill Candace. I'm going to do it with Trish Stratus.
Okay.
And I'm going to marry Mickey James.
No, that's understandable.
Because it's like this. Mickey James, to me, she's married to Magnus, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And they got a kid. Mickey James, to me, is like this so cute, like, girl who I feel like you could take home to mom. I know she did, but that was a long time ago. She did, like, one little porn thing. Trish Stratus is just God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Trish Stratus was hot from the word birth.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
That's a really
and Candice
weird way
Michelle,
of putting that, but you're right.
Yeah, Candice Michelle, she does a whole lot of porn.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's nothing I can do with that.
You just feel like you're just...
That's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
that shit's gonna smell like ass and pickles. That's nothing you want to mess with right there. All right, wow. Okay, see, we went back a little bit. I feel better.
I feel a little bit better about that.
I feel better about the gayness meter not being like completely all the way over.
Oh yeah, I forgot the other question Drew asked.
What was that?
Trab Justin is in fact back. Summer is approaching, so you know. Yeah.
Word.
Everybody ain't gonna catch that.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Exactly.
Oh!
What?
Oh!
I'm confused.
I dropped one.
What?
I did.
What'd you do?
I did it. It's over. The streak is over.
You dropped a game? What are you talking about?
You know what I dropped.
Oh, God, you just did. I didn't even realize that.
Oh.
That actually happened. Holy cow.
Oh, it sucks.
Huh.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go back and edit that and loop it.
No. Why you gotta be that way, man? I've been on my best behavior. One time. Ugh.
This sports podcast is like...
It totally went off track.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey.
Free agency deals, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. Martavis Bryant's not getting dropped. So, haha.
Go smoke one. I mean, really. Hey, my boys signed Alfred Morris today.
Yeah, that's true. They did.
For 2 years, $3 million. So it's a good deal.
Didn't have a lot to talk about free agency wise.
No, I mean, there really hasn't been a whole lot.
Like, I mean,
RG3 did work out for the Browns.
Did he?
Yeah, they were impressed. But he didn't get hit, so it's not like he got hurt. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Anything else you want to talk about?
I feel like we've covered a lot of the big news.
Yeah.
Like, really and truly.
I mean, we could. I don't know.
This will be like our shortest episode since week 1.
That shirt's badass.
That's really, really cool.
My wife just came downstairs from making shirts, and I told y'all she was really good. The shirt she just made me, which I'll have on Thursday night.
It's incredible.
It is damn awesome.
Yeah. Huge
Like,
fan.
Holy crap. Like, you got no clue. Like, it looks legit, and I know it's a knockoff. But
I'm a fan.
Like, yeah, like you're gonna have one of those made me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean,
she's getting some extra
dude,
loving.
that was my black shirt. I ain't care.
She's getting some extra loving for that one. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, even the dogs are excited about that shit. All right, the dogs like that shirt so much.
But yeah, I mean, we've covered like all the big sports news.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a whole lot that went around that week, and that's kind of like one of the only struggles for this podcast. It seems like is like we're in this weird.
We are right here. We're in this like struggling little thing where my dogs just like to bark at random shit. Gosh.
You love it.
Hope they go play in traffic.
But yeah,
not really okay. My wife and daughter are looking at me like I'm Satan.
But yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of sports news. Obviously, football's not going on.
Yeah.
The NBA's not gotten to the point to where a lot of people are starting to care yet.
Yeah, I mean,
same with hockey for the people that really do
back
watch.
To the NBA thing, everybody's just waiting on the damn final.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be the Warriors and Cavs.
That's what I'm saying.
Like everybody can throw. Oh no, I think this, or I think the Heat, or I think no. Look,
I think you gotta give the Spurs a legit shot.
No.
I think you do.
No. And I hate the Warriors. Like, do you realize how much this pains me to give Draymond Green any damn credit?
You love him.
He can, suck it. I hate that man. Anyway, they're probably going to win the NBA championship.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are waiting on that. Baseball hasn't got to where, we can kind of start talking about that. I mean, a lot of that will probably be sadness from us about the Braves.
We're Braves fans. This shit's going to suck.
Yeah, we could probably go see them
They've
for like
traded
$10.
the whole. Yeah, no. By the time we get halfway through the season, they'll actually be paying us to go see them.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean, there's just not a whole lot. We got WrestleMania going on. We could hit some of that stuff. Roman Reigns is still getting his ass booed the whole time.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like at this point, like I'm not even on board with everybody booing him. Like, I don't think he's that bad.
No.
But at this point, it's getting kind of old and ridiculous. They might as well just embrace it and let his ass turn heel. Because it's awful. Like, he can't even talk. And even when he talks, like, good stuff. Like, when he's talking to Stephanie last night.
Yeah.
Should have been good. I mean, like, people are still just going to boo. And it's ridiculous. Dean Ambrose is nuts. I love the fact that they're doing the whole passing the Legends thing. Mick Foley last week gives him the barbed wire baseball bat. And this week, this week was cool, but at the same time, I didn't like the item he gave me.
I agree.
Like, and I know why they did it that way. If you don't know, this week Terry Funk was on there talking to Dean Ambrose and told Dean Ambrose, if he had a son, he hoped he'd be Dean Ambrose, basically. and called him all this weird ass shit that Dean Ambrose was like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And nobody else besides Dean Ambrose and
They're
Terry
the
Funk,
only two.
They're the only two that know anything about what they're talking about. But Terry Funk said, well, that's good. I've got something for you. And I'm sitting here, and I tried to call it before it happened. I thought it would be the brand.
Yeah.
You know, the old school Terry Funk, he's got the brand.
I think that's what everyone was expecting, really and truly.
But before he even got it out, I looked at you and I went, it's WWE. They're not going to acknowledge the fact that anything existed but WWE, so we got the stupid-ass chainsaw.
See, that's one thing you and I kind of, like, if you guys don't know, our little pre-show rituals, we'll always watch
we
Raw,
watch Raw
the
night
night
before because I don't have cable, so I have to watch it on Hulu the next night.
Yeah, so that's kind of like our pre-show ritual, and you and I had talked about the fact that, you know, could it be someone like Tommy Dreamer?
Tommy Dreamer next week would be okay. But
what if they throw a complete curveball and it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan and he gives him a 2x4? How hilarious would that be? No. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
No. Like, I wish we were, like, if you could see me right now, it's the first time I think maybe in 6 years that I'm looking at Justin like he's a complete dumbass.
Really? That's the first time?
Maybe.
Damn.
It probably is.
I'm flattered.
There's no way Jim Duggan could be that. No. If they do that, I swear to God, I may not watch WrestleMania. And that's nothing against Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but he doesn't fit in this damn storyline at all.
It's probably going to be Tommy Dreamer.
It can be Tommy Dreamer, Rhino.
Yeah.
Hell, it could be RVD giving him a chair.
See, I was about to say that. I was trying to think in my head, like, who could be the chair guy?
It could be Sandman giving him a cane.
It could be Sabu.
I don't know if they're going to trust to put Sabu on live TV.
Yeah, you might be right.
Sabu's he's damn.
He's a little bit of a loose cannon.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, you got the whole Undertaker Shane McMahon thing. Undertaker's, you know, if Vince says if he loses, it'll be his last WrestleMania. I don't know. I don't see any way Shane doesn't win for the storyline purposes. If not, I mean, like I told you, Sid Vicious has been calling since the storyline started. They just did this to suck everybody in, and Taker's gonna win.
But even if that happens, they still know, and I think Shane voiced that, and I mean, obviously it's probably scripted a little bit, but people know that it's been going downhill.
Everything he said was true.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like even if Shane gets beat, what happens? I mean, does someone step up and start doing these things he was talking about?
No. I mean, I don't know. And this is going like WrestleMania a couple weeks ago. I was really excited.
Now it's
now I'm starting to fizzle a little.
Yeah, it's died down a little
and I'm gonna explain to you why. So pissed off. Like nobody understands how pissed off I am right now. First off, the U.S. title match between Kalisto and Ryback interests me about as much as me going to have to take a shit right now does. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Like, okay, well, I don't even care that they're fighting each other. Give them a multi-man match. Don't make it Kalisto versus Ryback, because who wants to see that? Ryback's like the off-brand, not as good Goldberg, and for me to give Goldberg a compliment says a lot.
Yeah, because Pablo hates Goldberg, guys.
Yeah, suck one. He couldn't wrestle. All right. Even Kevin Nash says he can't. If Kevin Nash says you can't wrestle, that's saying something, because Kevin Nash wasn't that good either, and he'll tell you that.
That's true.
Like he would tell you, like it was hard to get 10 minutes.
Exciting though.
Well, I'm saying it was exciting.
I know what you're saying though.
But it's the same. Here's what I'm saying. You got Ryback and Kalisto, and I like Kalisto a lot. Like he's definitely like the heir apparent to Rey Mysterio as far as the legend little guy superstar. Like he's great in the ring. But you're gonna put those two in a match on WrestleMania. And it better be a damn pre-show match. Or the only reason they make the card as a one-on-one match is because it's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Because then what pisses me off, you got the Intercontinental title match now. And I mean,
which could have been
epic.
Yeah, really and truly.
And even if it wasn't the epic one like we'd wanted, it could have been great still. Now, I mean, it's like, oh, hey, he's good, and then we get to like the last three, and it's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like, did everybody need to get a payday now? I mean, it was stupid. If you don't know, Kevin Owens, who obviously is the Intercontinental Champion, is going to defend the title in a 7-man ladder match. Sounds awesome, right? I mean, it is to a point. Kevin Owens in it. Awesome.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Sami Zayn in it. Used to be El Generico.
Hopefully he shows back up.
That would be awesome. We'd love to see El Generico back, but it's not going to happen. Anyway, Sami Zayn, awesome.
Yep.
Dolph Ziggler.
I'm becoming a huge fan
I love Dolph Ziggler. I've said all along, if they would use him right, he's the next Shawn Michaels. But they're starting to wear thin on it because they're wasting him. Dolph Ziggler, awesome. I mean, I'm good with those three. Throw in the Miz. I know people are hot and cold on the Miz. Miz can talk, for one.
Miz can talk.
Miz does what he's supposed to. The part of y'all booing him and being like, oh, Miz sucks. Guess what? That's what he's supposed to get you to do. And number 3, Miz is not that bad in the ring. So, you know what? If they'd have stopped at those 4, not that bad. Now, and I know Neville was probably one of them. And was going to be...
Which would have been great.
Which would have been great. Neville would have been an awesome.
Yeah.
Instead, we have these 3 people.
Be ready to hear the reject crew, guys.
Stardust. You want to touch that one?
No, I don't. There's
and
nothing
it's
to
nothing
say.
against Cody Rhodes. I like Cody Rhodes and stuff, but at the same time, I mean, there was no reason to throw Stardust in there. But if you want to throw him in as the 7th guy, okay, I can probably let that one slide, right? So then it's like they just went, hey, who else is sitting back here that doesn't have a match? So we have Sin Cara. I wish we had a cricket sound effect.
Like we need one. Oh look, I've been hurt for 2 different guys have played my character, and I've been hurt by both guys. What? Oh, I'm not hurt now. I guess I can go get a payday at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Botch Cara.
Jesus.
He's he's terrible, you know. And then to make matters worse, it was like, hey, who else can't have a match? You know what? Let's not put some good guys in, or even bring somebody up from NXT. Zack Ryder is in a 7-man Intercontinental title match at WrestleMania on a ladder match. I can't even talk.
These guys haven't done anything.
Zack Ryder hasn't been on TV in 6 months. He's been on NXT.
They have no need to be in an Intercontinental Championship match with Kevin Owens, who's been killing it.
Dolph Ziggler,
who's also been killing it.
Sami Zayn,
killing it.
Miz,
killing it. Rest. Why are you there?
Yeah, I don't understand it. The coolest thing Stardust has done in 6 months was on the Edge and Christian show. Agreed. And Zack Ryder and Sin Cara, that's ridiculous. Especially, here was my thing. You have AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. They're going to fight again at WrestleMania, obviously. Why do you not put them in this match? Why? You know, they're going to have the League of Nations versus New Day. But there's 4 members of the League of Nations. Yep. Throw one of them in. Wade Barrett could have been in the Intercontinental title match.
I think so. And done well.
I know why they're not doing that, because Wade Barrett's leaving in June or July.
Yeah.
But the whole point is, that match sucks. Why those 7 guys get to be in that match at WrestleMania is terrible. And I try not to throw off on WWE about doing stupid shit, but this is something stupid.
This is big.
On the biggest show of all, and you're going to throw just
it's ruining the integrity of WrestleMania.
Let's just throw in the Social Outcast group or whatever.
Yeah.
Put them in with Kalisto and Ryback and make that one the same thing. I mean, that's the equivalent. It's so stupid.
They should have put the Social Outcasts in the match with Ryback, and they would just see everybody versus Ryback.
Oh, that would have been good. But yeah, so that's the WrestleMania talk this week. I mean, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I felt like we needed to talk a little more about some stuff.
And it was one of those things we had at the end of the show because hell, it was just forgettable.
That was how bad it was. I was going to talk about it and I freaking forgot. That's how terrible it was. Raw was pretty terrible, just to be honest.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
We just watched it. It was pretty shitty. I guess the biggest news for me coming out was afterwards. Braun Strowman got punched in the face by a fan. Yeah. And to his credit, man, he handled it professionally. He told him, he pointed out the police, and they're like, they got him out of there, arrested him or whatever. I mean, if you're a fan, I know sometimes we get out of hand, but not to the point where we're getting in fights with the wrestlers. Don't be stupid. Yeah. But the bigger news that kind of came from that, not good news either. Luke Harper from the Wyatt family, they have main event dark matches after the shows are over usually, and so they were having that. I don't even remember who was in the match or whatever, but it was at the very first of the match. Yep. Luke Harper goes down with an apparent knee injury, and it was like they pretty much like they carted him out of there and stuff. So I haven't heard anything else as far as if they've said anything about what he did, or they may not even know yet. I mean, in all honesty. So that's kind of all we really got for WWE, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say, and like I apologize to you guys, like that there's not bigger sports news for us.
There's just nothing right now.
Yeah, there's
really.
just we're just kind of in this weird in between season, so it's it's a little bit difficult. I mean, the biggest thing's the show Thursday, and that's going to be massive.
Oh yeah, the show Thursday's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you got a couple other big shows coming up soon.
I mean, this coming month and a half, 2 months is going to be like really, really big, and as far as like from a podcast perspective, I'm excited.
Well, and we're gonna have a lot of stuff. Like, obviously we're gonna talk about what happens at the show.
Yeah.
Thursday next week. Also next week's WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is like next Sunday, I think. I'm assuming you're coming over.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yep.
Be with bells on.
See, we're setting up the whole date thing, even right here live on air.
Yeah.
That's how much stuff we have to talk about.
But yeah, I mean, that's really all we got. Like, this is kind of loomed on at the end, but yeah, I mean that's basically it. So
and that was how bad WWE was this week. So
yeah, but yeah, we'll be here next Wednesday. We'll be recapping the show. If anyone's heading out to the show, we will see you Thursday.
Yeah, come hit me up, Chris Harmon. If you're gonna be there tomorrow,
yeah,
definitely come holler at us. Also, right now, as of right now, just to give you an update, we're still at $50 on the wrestling tights signed by Ric Flair.
So you're gonna have to act as soon as you hear this podcast, or by then it might even be too late.
By then it may be too late.
Yeah.
It's $50 right now. Mr. Donnie Ray Davis right now is winning it. He says he'll pay me at the event at Thursday, so y'all can too. Definitely bid. I guess with that, we're gonna get out of here. Sorry, it's kind of a slow week, guys.
Yeah,
but
we'll be here next week.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Peace.
Peace.